Slicky Slickster here with another video bringing up a topic I feel is necessary we discuss just to clear the air. But first, I must show you some previous footage of my squat because I know you guys are just dying to know what's going on with my squat. I know it's so exciting, guys. I know. Please contain yourself. I'm not squatting today. This is from a previous training day. This is just 370 pounds for 5 sets of 3. I'll show you one set. I also did 2 drop sets of 320 pounds for 7 reps just to get in that extra volume. Legs are feeling quite toasty. Nonetheless, progression is going upwards very smoothly. I'm really liking the strength gains and where this is all going. Here's some footage to show you how it went the other day. So as you can see, the weight's moving pretty well, minus the cherry face that you see. Yes, I have the world's ugliest lifting face. That's correct. Yours truly has the world's ugliest lifting face. But nonetheless, we will push through and we're going to get to the topic at hand here. So per the norm, we have an issue with these influencers or these people who seem to be pretty fit or pretty strong or whatever the case may be, and they have a tendency for some reason to talk about nutrition as if they know what they're talking about. The characters I'm talking about would be guys like Athlean-x. I know, shocker, right? He doesn't know shit on nutrition. He knows probably the basics like macronutrients, calories, the concept of calories in versus calories out, but that's about it. As you can see from his diet plan or his nutrition intake, it's absolute dog shit. I've made a video on that. Link is up above. Check it out if you so desire. We've also got guys like Stan Efferding, Swole Normus, John Meadows. These guys are specifically recommending certain foods to people and say certain animal products are good for people for some reason. I don't know why they say these things with no science to back up what they're saying, but yet they still continue to do so. And it's quite confusing to me. Actually, this provoked me to reach out to Swole Normus and see if he actually had anything to say about this in regards to why he talks about nutrition as if he knows anything about it. And he responded with this. Here it is.
Why does this guy talk about nutrition? Because I know about nutrition. It's common sense. It's simple. Natural Hulkster. Sound a little salty, Beesh.
Come on, stop whining.
You don't like it? You don't like it? You don't like information? You don't like common sense? Natural Hulkster.
Yeah, I'll
Stop being a baby.
I was actually pretty surprised to hear him actually say something like that. He seemed to have taken it well, but nonetheless, if we actually take in what he said that nutrition is obvious. If nutrition is obvious, then why is the United States, specifically the country I reside in, so unhealthy and overweight and dying from preventable diseases? And if it's so obvious, why does his nutrition intake suck? I mean, I would love to prove that his nutrition sucks. All he's got to do is post his blood work, post some blood tests, and we'll see that his blood work, I bet, is absolute dog shit. Essentially on a one-way path to a fucking heart attack or a stroke as he gets older. That's okay, because he's got muscles. And when you got them muscles, you know, that prevents heart attacks, strokes, and all that stuff. Ask John Meadows. Moving on to John Meadows, nothing against his training advice or who he is as a person. Like I said, he seems like a very nice guy, but nonetheless, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about nutrition, and he gives advice, actually recommends people to actually eat certain foods that cause disease. We've got guys like Eddie Hall, for example, who just posted his blood tests, which are completely out of whack. His cholesterol's through the roof. Nonetheless, I don't think Eddie Hall necessarily recommends that people eat his way though, so just to be fair, I don't think he's ever said that. I don't know, I don't really watch his content. I just know that he eats like shit, but I do know there are people that want to be as strong as Eddie Hall or want to be strong men, actually compete in strong men or be very strong power lifters or whatnot. and they eat very similar to that. This is very typical within the bodybuilding arena as well too. People eat that high protein diet because, you know, you need it to build them muscles and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. But if you look at the science, you'll see that you actually don't need that much protein to actually build muscle. The only time you'll actually need a bit more protein than normal would be in times if you were cutting. And most people don't cut, most people aren't bodybuilders. And if you are a bodybuilder and you are cutting and you're trying to maintain as much muscle mass as possible, it still isn't that hard to meet the amount of protein that you need following, say, a whole foods plant-based diet. That doesn't mean that you have to eat animal products to meet that. It's just a numbers game. It's not that big of a deal. So I just wanted to make this video as just a heads up, in case if I wasn't clear enough in my previous video. For the love of God, please do not listen to these fucking influencers, these meat-eating influencers or bodybuilders or whoever the fuck, these people, these trainers who talk about nutrition and don't use any science to back up what they're fucking saying. Much less if these people, even if they do bring up science and they're not willing to talk about it with people who are actually against what they're saying, or people who are showing science to prove what they are saying is wrong, and they just hide away in their little corner, aka Jeff Nippard, who hides away like a little bitch in his corner. I'm sorry guys, I don't like Jeff Nippard. I think he's a scumbag. I have an issue with Jeff Nippard clearly because I think he's lying. He is intentionally lying. He's way too damn smart to be saying the shit he is saying. And if he has anything, any qualms or any issues and he wants to talk about it, I would say let's talk. But of course, he won't do that because that's what bitches do. They just hide in their corner and keep talking a bunch of shit. Sometimes these rants get out of hand. I apologize for that. Nonetheless, the point being, please do not listen to these people on YouTube. Now that brings up an issue. Does that mean that you should listen to me? Of course not. Do not listen to me. Read the science. I'm here just to show you the science. When it comes to nutrition, read the science. If you actually have any qualms or questions, whatever the case may be, I can help point you in the right direction. But I always say, don't rely on me, rely on the science. I'm no one, I'm just a person. I have my own biases, I have my own beliefs, all that shit. I try not to let them get in the way of what is the truth. So therefore, just to be fair, look at the science. And if you look at the science, you'll see why I say the things that I say. So that's about it for now. I just wanted to clear the air up for you guys because I just felt it's necessary before I move on to the next topic, which by the way, it's going to be a doozy. So please make sure to stick around for the next video. I promise you, I think you're gonna enjoy it. As always, you guys know that I appreciate every single one of you. Please feel free to rate, subscribe, and hit the ding dong button if you haven't already. You guys know who I am. I'm the Natural Hulkster. I want to thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for the next one.